This past NFL season had one of the most emotional moments in NFL history. Let's revisit it. Week 17 of the most recent NFL season took a turn for the worst with one of the most devastating moments in NFL history. To set the stage, it was a long-awaited Monday night game between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. A battle between two top Super Bowl contenders and two of the best QBs in the league, Joe Burrow and Josh Allen. Not to mention, of course, the final game for many fantasy football championships. This was going to be electric. What happened, however, would rock the NFL and the entire sporting world. With the Bengals up 7-3 and driving, wide receiver T. Higgins catches a routine pass from Joe Burrow. He runs after the catch and makes contact with Bills safety Damar Hamlin. A simple collision we see most plays, but this was not normal. Hamlin makes the hit, gets up, then collapses on the field, where he would lay motionless as trainers and medical staff attempted to resuscitate the 24-year-old after he'd suffered cardiac arrest. Players huddled around each other, visibly upset, weeping at the sight of their fellow player and friend on the turf. At this point, it was not a game anymore, as everyone, including the viewers, was fearing for the young man's life. Hamlin would be transported to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center in critical condition. I was watching the game when this incident happened. Shock is an understatement, and I know a lot of us spent most of our nights checking the phone for updates and watching the broadcast on TV. The game that night would eventually end up being postponed and then canceled as the priority of players, teams, and league focused a shift on Damar Hamlin. The city of Buffalo rallied around Hamlin in their usual style, donating to his GoFundMe page, with fans, players, and teams all coming together to raise $9 million in support of Damar. Bills Mafia did a similar thing back in 2017, donating tens of thousands to Bengals QB Andy Dalton's charity after he beat the Baltimore Ravens, sending the Bills to the playoffs for the first time in 17 years. Fast forward a couple of days and Hamlin's condition, to the surprise of many, stabilizes and his health begins to improve. He briefly FaceTimes the team, and I'm sure that gave him even more motivation for their upcoming Week 18 matchup. What happened that week against the New England Patriots was one of the most remarkable moments I've seen in sports. New England Patriots kicker Nick Folk puts the opening kick in play, giving the team's new star returner, Nyheim Hines, an opportunity to make a play. Hines catches the ball and starts running to the middle behind blockers. He puts up a quick juke on the couple of defenders and sees an opening down the right side. At this point, it's a foot race. Hines using his elite speed to outrun Patriot special teams, taking it to the house with a 96-yard return. And remember, if you missed the game, this was the opening kick, an incredible moment with Hamlin, of course, watching along from his hospital bed. You could see how the players, coaches, and fans, just what that play meant to them. And Bills QB Josh Allen was quoted saying that it was a play he would never forget. And I know that's true for many Bills fans. However, Hines was not done there. After the Patriots kicked a field goal to go up 17-14, he had another opportunity for a return. He caught the kick and proceeded up the middle again, bouncing off two tackles and scampering down the field for a 101-yard touchdown. Not one, but two kick returns in a game. Hines becomes only the 11th player in NFL history with two kick returns in one game, which is just a truly special moment for the Bills and the NFL. The Bills would go on to win the game 35-23, closing out the season 13-3. The Bills didn't quite have their Cinderella story in 2023, losing to the Bengals in the playoffs 27-10, a rematch of that fateful game a few weeks prior. But through the months after, Hamlin hit numerous milestones in his recovery, eventually being cleared for football activities on April 18th. Hamlin has been present for the Bills' offseason practices and has been participating in individual drills with the secondary, a step in the right direction in his recovery. I'm not sure when we'll see him back in pads on the big stage, but it will be a remarkable sight considering his condition just a few short months ago. What was your reaction to the incident and the kick? Let us know your thoughts down below.